Okay guys, it is a big one, it's a massive one you've been waiting for. You know, this is a myth, this is a legend amongst the pre-workout world. You know, when anyone says, oh that's stronger, this one is the one that is considered to be the OG, the god of the pre-workout world. Now if this is legit, we will let you know. Jack3d from legendary Supps.
In the flesh, not even out of the packet yet. And one quick thing that's worth mentioning is that Aaron has never tried it, and I have tried it once in the past, but I don't know if it was the OG or not.
So here we go.
Right, it's taste time, guys. We've had to dig out the archives to get these.
So this is where it's a bit difficult because obviously, as you know, they've reformulated like 18 different times or something like that. They still obviously sell a version of this in different flavours. So I'm going to go by the flavours of what is supposedly the original here. That's the flavours that are on the legendary Supps website. And that is lemon and lime, green apple, tropical fruit punch, and
white, blue, raspberry.
So, let's unwrap this thing.
Like Christmas Day over here with you guys.
So, let's see.
I've just got to let you guys know something a bit concerning. The directions are hilarious on this. It says start off with 1 scoop for the first 3 times, then go up to 1.5 scoops, and then at the end they just casually whack in there, oh, but you can also go up to 3 scoops if you want.
Why not? So that's what we're going to do. You know, we're not going half here with you bros. We're going all in.
This is going to either kill us or it's going to turn us into Superman.
What don't kill you makes you stronger, I like to say. So,
that's if you survive to tell the tale.
yeah, I don't know.
Now, it does look legit because it actually genuinely looks clumped up like it's been there a while.
This might be a 10-year-old formula and they've just whacked on and out of date in a few years' time.
Yeah.
Is the out of date, when's the out of date? It's on the bottom.
2023.
Yeah,
September.
2023. Now, obviously, we've spoken to legendary Supps when they sent us this out. This is the, I'll be honest, can't quite remember, the last batch before DMAA got banned properly.
Got the chop.
So made in 2018 apparently. So, well, let's see guys, obviously we're going to obviously give us a truthful review, you know, and we'll see what it does. It might not be the original, but it might well be. You know, these gold dust things do pop up in life. Let's see. So remember, we've got white, blue, raspberry flavour. I'm not expecting much from the taste, I'll be honest.
5 gram scoop, so we're obviously free scooping, so we're going to be taking in over 15 grams. So let's see what happens then, guys.
Put her in. Oh.
So it doesn't look like much because they're all small scoops, so it doesn't really.
Now the most important bit, the mixability. It looks to be rather good.
Did it actually?
Yeah, well.
It smells really nice.
Yeah, it looks a bit of powder at the bottom, nothing major. It does actually smell quite nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting tasting.
A bit boring to me. It's not bad.
It's weird, it's like, I don't know how to put my finger on it. It's got a funny aftertaste, like, I don't know.
Like white chocolate and blue raspberry.
Yeah, it's very strange.
It's not bad.
It just like tastes really watered down, don't it? Where obviously the grammage isn't much size.
I'd just say it's a bit boring. But to be fair, I'd probably still give it like a 2.5.
Yeah, I'd go 2.75 to 3 even. So
yeah, so guys, look at this. This is the original Jack3d. You know, we weren't expecting much from the taste at all. That is not bad. That's majorly doable.
Above average, I would say. 2.75, would you be happy with?
I'd be happy with that because the mixability was not bad at all either.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So that's a good start. That's a good start.
Alright, it's price time, and this is an ancient artefact. Please do remember that.
You're paying those, what's it called?
What?
Antique prices
Yeah,
here.
that's it. Right, okay, so we're going off legendary Supps, who are the ones who stock this, because obviously the USP labs aren't around anymore.
Yeah.
So it's $75 or £60.
Now, guys, there's no denying that's a very expensive price. But if this is a legit product, the legit 3D, Jack3d, then it's very arguable that it's worth it. And because if it's rarity, you know, you pay a lot for a diamond because there's not many in the world.
That's right, so get your 3D glasses on.
So this is a difficult one to price up for you guys because of that factor. However, we do have to still roll with this as if it was any other pre-workout.
Yeah.
So therefore, obviously £60, we get 45 servings a tub. Now that's 45 single scoops. You can take up to 3 scoops, and that's what we always run our reviews on a max serving from any individual tub. So we're going to be running the price on the full 3 scoops. I am going to delve into the other scoops. You know, it's quite easy maths really, so you guys can ascertain whether you would be doing a 1 scoop, so it'd be more worth the money, 2 scoops, or 3 scoops is an expensive price. So I can tell you straight off the bat, at full price, you're looking to pay £4 and a penny a go, 3 scoops, or $5 a go. So that is expensive, and that quite obviously does fall into a 0 out of 5 on price score. But again, I do have to reiterate that is based on a full 3 scoops.
Yeah.
And it's purely by the fact that this is a very rare, very hard, very famous pre-workout to get hold of.
This isn't normal circumstances, is it?
The only thing we do have to very much hope is the effects fully justify that price, and we can very much verify that this is the original or not. That is the key. Obviously, if you guys are going to be doing 1 scoop, it's £1.33 a go. Now that's much more reasonable, isn't it?
Yeah, that's normal sort of price.
Or $1.66. So obviously in between is going to be the in-between prices, you know, which is £2.66 a go for 2 scoops, or I can't remember off the top of my head.
Around $3, wasn't it?
Yeah, $3.70, or you know, it's somewhere around there. So it is quite easy maths. This is just kicking in, so
yeah.
So the brain is no longer functioning. So yeah, unfortunately, as like I just said, we have to roll with it at max serve, and put it in our normal scale, which does fall as a 0 out of 5. It's an expensive product.
But you want a classic old car, then you pay old classic prices. An old 70s Ferrari, Porsche.
So yeah, as I say, let's see if those effects legitimise that price.
Alright, we're finally into the exciting part.
The label.
Yeah. Well, the second most exciting. The most exciting is how we feel it.
Exactly.
And we can already feel it a bit now, but we won't spoil too much.
No.
yet.
No.
So it's a proprietary blend, you know, it's old school classic where that was sort of more accepted and
Yeah, it was more the
scrutinised.
norm, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now everyone calls for these transparent labels, but obviously we can't comment on how much of each thing's in there. We will see.
What you mentioned earlier is it generally starts with the highest
Ingredient amount.
and works its way down.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 5.55 gram scoop, and of that, 4,145 are active ingredients. Okay, so let's get into it then. First up is arginine alpha ketoglutarate.
That is obviously the salt of arginine. This is going to be a pump heavy ingredient. This is actually, as well, along with the next ingredient, it's the only thing that really gives you that pump. And I'll be honest, we're not really looking for it in a product like this, are we?
Let's face it.
But we've always, a lot of people say that the studies are inconclusive, or the studies have even proved that it's not an effective ingredient. I personally have always had good effects with alpha ketoglutarate. I get a dry and nasty pump, and the contractions are there.
I mean, Dorian Yates uses it in his pre-workout, and I'd like to think he knows what he's doing.
We will see. So yeah, that's obviously, we know as well. If things are being followed to FDA guidelines, then that should be the largest ingredient in this product.
Yeah. Next up is creatine monohydrate.
Obviously, strength, endurance, and power output is something you'll get from creatine, along with pump, because it does
Load water.
Yeah. load water into the muscle cell.
Yeah, so that's quite a good ingredient to have in
Don't
there.
know how much is in there. Obviously, we'd like to see at least 3 grams. I don't think it will be, judging by the 4.1 total serve.
What I could assume is that it's a gram a scoop, and then you get 3 grams when you max serve it.
That's it.
Possibly.
That could be it. We can't, obviously, we can't comment.
That's just us hoping. Next up, quite good times, we have beta-alanine, the carnosine version.
Oh, that's actually very nice. The patented version of carnosine. I didn't actually know it was around back in that day, if this was back in that day. But the beta-alanine tingles and itching sensations you get, that's from beta-alanine, simple as that.
We love it.
It's also used obviously for endurance as well. It stops lactic acid burning the muscle cell quite as quick.
Lovely. Then we have standard caffeine next.
Yeah, so the main stimulant in every pre-workout is caffeine. Again, can't tell you how much is in there. Could be any amount. It's main stimulant.
Yeah, we'll have to try and judge that by the feels.
Oh, what's this next one?
Oh,
what's this next
drum
one?
roll. 1 to 3 dimethylamine HCl.
Oh, DMAA, as you guys all know it and all love it. Obviously that is banned. You know, you can't really get hold of that anymore. Very rare. That's why you do normally end up paying quite a premium price for a DMAA product. You know, these companies are taking risks by even keeping it in the product. So they need their danger pay.
Yeah.
Obviously that is a heavy stimulant. You know, it affects the body in a way that illicit drugs do.
Yeah.
I can't think of the one off the top of my head.
You just get dialed in, don't you?
Like
really?
ephedrine or ecstasy or something like that.
Yeah, along those lines.
You know,
just
it's gonna
high and
focuses your brain in on things. Just gives you a massive surge of energy. You know, this is almost like a party drug, isn't it?
Yeah, mega alert. Next up, I'm going to butcher it because I've not actually seen it before, so we did do some research. Edward Scissorhands, no, I'm only joking. Cirrosandra chinensis berry. Is that right? How would you say?
Cichanja chinensis.
Hiya!
Hard to pronounce. It's a berry extract, standardised for citronellol A. Again, it's obviously it's a berry. It's actually an adaptogen in that it helps the body deal with stress. It also boosts endurance and it boosts energy. So it is almost classed as a super berry. You know, some berries do have those stimulatory properties.
Sounds very good to me.
It does sound very good. So we will see how that gets in, and that sums it up.
That's it, yeah. So the label is quite condensed. You know, it's not huge and it's not a huge gram scoop, but it's enough to get things moving.
Especially
for sure.
if you're taking 3 scoops, I'd like to think that we are getting some clinical dosages of bits and pieces.
Definitely.
You know, I want at least 500 milligrams of DMAA. And the other little bits and pieces, you know, silicon dioxide, bit of flavouring, bit of sweeteners, and a bit of pieces that hold the structure together of the powder.
Standard stuff. That just makes up the other gram.
Nothing exciting in that. No vitamin C, I don't see.
No, and no bioprine.
Oh.
Black pepper extract.
So that is the ingredients. Let's see how the effects come in.
I'm excited to see. I can feel it now. Just got back.
From chest and arms on the legendary Jack3d. Now, this very obviously is the bit you've all been waiting for. Is this legit? What does it do? If it's not legit, is it even any good at all? You
Does
know,
it work?
The questions you're going to be asking, we're going to answer them right here.
It is quite tough, like we mentioned earlier. Like neither of us really had a good run with it when it come out in its classic days. I think I remember using it once, but we're talking 10 years ago. I can't even remember. And you didn't use it at all, did you?
No, and we're going on the hype that a lot of people have told us. We've obviously been asking people's opinions on the very original, just to gain or gauge
bit of background.
What it should feel like if it was an original. I'd like to quickly mention also we are sending this product out to a few people that tried the original, and they're going to also put a little video towards us guys explaining thoughts and feelings that we will then put on our Instagram. Most of you do follow our Instagram, I believe, but if you do not, the Instagram page is review_bros, because what we're going to do, we're going to put those videos on our page probably the end of this week into next week.
Yeah.
Just to get a bit more credibility and a bit more coverage on if this is the true OG or not.
Yeah, so we can't delve too much into, you know, is it replica, is it real, is it original, is it a later edition? But what we can tell you is how we honestly felt it in training, like we review any other pre-workout, okay?
And we'll let you know if we think it is potentially the real
Yeah,
deal.
I mean, it looks, the bloody packaging looks real, but obviously that doesn't explain much, but, you know.
Exactly.
It looks legit.
So let's start.
Let's start then. So I'll do a quick brief explanation and you go on your part.
Yeah.
So for me, I felt heated and a little bit itchy within 15-20 minutes. Obviously, this is one where it does take longer to kick in, 30 to 45 minutes. And then I started to feel like a really dialed in DMAA-esque feeling after about half hour, 45 minutes. And energy was very nice and clean the whole way through. What about you?
I didn't really get much of the beta tingles, but I do believe I might have reached that saturation point now where I'm just too used to it.
Too hard.
What I will say, however, is I definitely felt something working after 5 minutes. It was like kind of struggling to focus on my phone while we sat here and
stuttering words.
Yeah, stuttering words. But after half an hour, I was still like, I was really questioning, you know, where is this kick that everyone talks about? This
We had that same question with Rocky KO actually, just to make a slight comparison.
We
I
did.
remember we were like, it's not doing much. Then we got down the gym and it was like, brr.
And Chaos V1.
Yeah.
We got down the gym after a good 45 minutes of letting this kick in, which is what it does state, 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So we did the full run. And this is where we get into the obviously the training and all the rest of it. So, honestly, how did we feel it? We look at the 3 areas of what you want from your pre-workout. So you want a good level of pump, you want a good level of focus, and you obviously want a very good level of energy, physical energy. Now,
straight off the bat, the key things we noticed were explosive power. We were very, you know, like getting shit done mode. And really, really good focus, just dialed into the session like, it's my set, come on, it's time to get shit done. Would you agree?
I would agree with that, and I'd agree that the pumps were quite good. They were like a dry alpha ketoglutarate sort of pump that we get, that we have had experienced in the past.
Yeah.
The physical energy was to me a bit lacking.
Compared to what we expected.
Yes, compared to what we expected. The best part about this pre-workout for me was the focus.
Mental energy.
I'm still very focused now. I'm very much mentally alert.
Yeah, alert. That's a good word. That's what I would say for this.
Mentally alert, like I'm ready to.
You're very much
spidey
like
senses.
Yeah, that's it. You're very much dialed into your surroundings. Like someone talks, you're like, you know, instant reaction sort of thing.
Like you can, you obviously use your forward vision. I can use my side vision
to attack.
The question you're asking is, does this live up to the hype? Do we think it's the original? I would say no, I don't think it's the original formula.
It doesn't blow everything out of the water, does it?
No, we did, bear in mind, we took 3 scoops of it, max serving. There's people that say they took 1 scoop and were absolutely going for it.
Yeah.
I think there is some bits and pieces in this. I think there probably is DMAA or a form of it, maybe even DMHA or urea durensis at a good level.
You'd have to lab test it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have to lab test it. I think there is potential that it is a form of Jack3d, but that very original, I'll be honest, I really don't think so. Now, we're going to be comparing it to the likes of Assassin, and the likes of Rocky KO,
iRate Extreme,
and the original iRate with the DMAA in it. I don't think it's as strong as any of those.
It does sit under there.
It does.
It's like they're there. This is like 70 or 80% of them in a way, I would say.
Probably not even that of Rocky.
No, it doesn't touch Rocky. That's even above the others you mentioned.
Yeah,
you
Rocky's
guys know
crazy.
that.
But we're going to look at this, how it translated into a gym session, and I would say it was a good gym session.
Yeah, we're reviewing it as a pre-workout at the end of the day. We're not reviewing it. We got to separate ourselves from this hype. We got to separate ourselves from all this legend and myth, and just look at it as, you know, it's a pre-workout. How do we train? Benefits, drawbacks.
Is it the original Jack3d? No.
Yeah.
Potentially not.
We don't know. We
probably would say no. I know we take a lot of pre-workouts, but this didn't do it. This didn't blow our socks off.
No.
Nowhere near. And we took 3 scoops. You've got to remember, we took 3 scoops for the damn stuff.
But was it up there? Was it above average? Did it give us really nice focus? Absolutely, it did.
So I would go. Focus for me was, you know, a good 4.5 out of 5.
I'd agree. Yeah.
The pumps were a good 4 out of 5.
Oh, you actually really liked them?
I did like the pump. The pump was good, and I don't know if that's just a one-off, if it was lucky.
It's hard to say.
And I'd say the physical energy was a bit lower, because I still am a bit like
a 3.
Like a
slightly
3.
above average.
And that we do have an overall score in mind, and that is a 4 out of 5. So it is a good pre-workout.
Definitely.
Is it the original though? No, probably not. Does it blow our socks off like a Rocky KO or Assassin? No.
Can you justify 60 quid on it, $75 on it?
No.
No, not really.
Free scoops.
Not when you can get things more powerful for like half that price. Unless you're a fanboy of Jack3d and you just want to show off the fact you've got it to your friends, or for whatever reason you want to try it. You know, we can't stop you from buying it. We honestly said that we did enjoy it. The effects were good. But we're not going to shout about it and say, "Yo, buy it now. It's the next best thing."
A lot of people would have said that the original would keep you up all night.
Yeah.
No, I
can
could
feel
sleep
it weaning
now.
off now.
I could sleep now. So I'd argue now, even for a stim junkie, this probably wouldn't be for you.
No.
Crazy to say that, isn't it? But that's because we don't believe it is the very original.
No.
It may be a form of Jack down the line. It may be something they've mixed up in a lab. But it's definitely not the original. No way. No. You know, and I hope that sums it up. Again, like I say, we're going to send it out to a few people and see what they think of it.
And then touch base with us again in a couple of weeks. And if you're looking to buy it, I would advise strongly to perhaps wait until we've got that extra coverage from people who have used the original and they can say yes or no. But obviously we don't control your wallets, do we? So based on what we've said, you have to make that decision.
And that leaves us with a 4 out of 5 score on the true effects we had. Final verdict on the Jack3d that we have here.
First up is taste.
Taste, you know, it weren't bad at all. I feel like maybe we've been a bit harsh with 2.75, but at the same time it was just a bit bland and a bit boring.
Wishy-washy, watery tasting.
Yeah, and not bad. Absolutely doable.
Yeah.
2.75.
It might actually get nicer with less water, to be fair, but you know, you guys can muck around with that.
Absolutely.
2.75 out of 5. Price?
Price was a very expensive price. At full scoop, use your discretion. I recommend checking all this review actually if you're really serious about buying this product.
Because we covered it all.
Because it explains it all. But we gave a 0 out of 5 due to the fact that a maximum dosage of 3 scoops, which you can go up to according to the label, was £4 a go or $5 a go.
Take you down to 15 servings.
Yeah, that's why.
That is the killer.
And the effects of the pre-workout, again, do check that effects section. We gave this a 4 out of 5, comparing it to all of these lovely ones behind you.
Yeah, it didn't get any special treatment because of its name, you know, we just looked at it like any other pre-workout.
We didn't roll with the hype, we didn't roll with, you know, the excitement. We just gave it a truthful and consistent review online with our all the rest of them.
And that's why I think it's actually kind of good that we haven't got much knowledge on the original or really remember using it at all, because then we haven't got that hype in our brain to drive us to give it a good score.
Exactly.
We're taking it with no preconceived notions is what I'm trying to say. We're going straight in raw. So yeah, what does that give us?
A total score, and this sounds terrible, of a 6.75 out of 15. Again, we always recommend viewer discretion at this point in time, due to a lot of different reasons. And in fact, its effects section was its highest scoring point. So you know, use your own. Obviously, a big thank you to Legendary Supps for sending us this down to give us a chance to review it. And thank you to all you guys for watching along.
Yeah, let us know.
No, absolutely, let us know.
Really hoping that the comment section we can get some interesting discussions going from people that have used the originals or used later versions or are interested in this and Mesomorph original. You know, let's get a bit of.
There's obviously a lot of hype
going
at the moment going around with the some counterfeit Jack3d people being prosecuted, and with this hype around the DMAA illegalities. Going around the world basically, and a lot of other companies potentially counterfeiting different products. You know, it's an exciting times. Comment your thoughts and feelings, really.
Yeah. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, guys.
Hope you did.
And as always,
Stay
stimmed, 3D style.